So 2 warm-up problems today. 1 simplify, 1 find me the function. Go for it. So this fraction, we could simplify to be y squared over 3x squared. Yes? But you don't have to. Okay? You could just leave it as is too. And that's fine too. This fraction, we simplify to be 9x to the 4th over y to the 6th power. More, well, 3 divided by 9.
3.
Right? So 1/3, so that's why the 3 is still on the bottom.
Yeah.
More x's on the top or more x's on the bottom?
The bottom.
How many more?
1, 2.
2, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's x squared on the bottom. More y's on the top or more y's on the bottom?
Top.
How many more? That's why it's y squared. You understand the blue?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we're multiplying. So then 3 goes into 9 3 times. I've got 2 more x's on the top. I've got 4 more y's on the bottom. So my final answer here is 3x squared all over y to the 4th. Zeros are -3, 1/2, and -2/3, which means my factors are x plus 3, 2x minus 1, and 3x plus 2. We're reverse solving. Okay? So if we ended up with 1/2, then the step right before that would have been 2x equals 1. The step right before that would be 2x minus 1 equals 0. Okay? The step before that would have been the factored form step. Any more trigger? So yes. Agree? Yep. You can. You can multiply them at any point, but you can only do 2 at a time.
Okay.
Can't do all 3 at a time. I get f of x is 6x cubed plus 19x squared plus x minus 6. Yes? Questions, comments, concerns, clarifications? All right. 3.0, 3.8. Nope. Wrapping it all up and tying it in a bow. It's the holiday season. Be festive. Right. So, with this function, f of x equals negative x cubed plus 3x minus 2, I want you to find me the list of all the possible zeros. I want you to find me the factored form of f of x, the complete factored form of f of x. I want you to find me the 3 actual zeros, and I want you to sketch it and write out the end behavior of it. All of this stuff is things that we've done this unit. All of this stuff is things that will be on your test on Monday. Yep. Go for it. But you don't have to. All right.
Oh, we're sketching. Oh.
Okay, here we go.
I went wrong.
So, shabam, let's go.
Wait, hi.
Wait, okay. So what are my factors of 2?
1, 2.
1 and 2. What are my factors of 1? 1. Right? 1 and 1. So my list of possible zeros is just plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 2. Yes? Okay. Did we find one that worked? One worked. Okay. That works for me. Okay. So 1, oops, bad one. Backwards, 7. So 1, and I've got negative 1, 0, 3, and negative 2. Drop, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add, gets me a 0. Fantastic. So 1 is a 0, which means that, what's the factor though? No,
X minus 1.
x minus 1 is the factor. So now I can write f of x as x minus 1 times negative 1x squared minus 1x plus 2. Yes? Okay? Now, I'm not a big fan of the negative sign in front of that one. So I'm going to factor out a negative 1. And that's going to leave me with x squared plus 1 minus 2. What's wrong?
Why did you put the negative 1 outside?
Because I like a positive on my squared term.
Do you have
No. Huh? So now I'm going to move that negative 1 out in front. Now, can I factor x squared plus x minus 2? So what? Can I factor any more? Nope. Okay. So that means that this then is my factored form. Half of x is equal to negative 1 times the quantity x minus 1 times the quantity x plus 2 times the quantity x minus 1. That even worse. What's that? Yes? Yes, ma'am. If you can, if you want, but then it would be quantity x minus 1 squared. It just doesn't become x minus 1. Okay? Yep. We gotta put a square on it, but we could. Yep. Okay? Now we need to find the zeros. How are we going to find the zeros? Set them all equal to 0. Okay? So negative 1 equals 0, x minus 1 equals 0, x plus 2 equals 0, x minus 1 equals 0. That one nothing. That one 1. That one negative 2. That one 1. So all my zeros are negative 2 and 1. Yes? Okay. Now, next one is a sketch. I know that I go through negative 2, and I know that I hit negative 1, right? But the function, my original function, was negative x cubed, right? So that means what, Savannah? Right side's going down because I got a negative lead coefficient. What else does that mean? Anybody? They're opposite because it's an odd degree. Okay? So I know that my right side is going down, and I know that my left side is going up. Yes, ma'am. We don't have negative 1 as a 0. I don't know why you would think we'd have negative 1 as a 0.
Yeah, that is just, I don't know who did their math.
If we would have had negative 1 as a 0, then yes. Then we would have went through it.
Yeah.
Okay? Okay? So then we just have end behavior left. End behavior says, as x is going to positive infinity, my function is going to negative infinity. And as x is going to negative infinity, my function is going to positive infinity. Yep. And that's everything that we needed. Good times. One more.
Oh. That was
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Do it all.
Yeah,
Friends.
just don't talk. Yeah. Hey, what are you doing for the last
So my list of possible zeros is plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, and plus or minus 4. You all had that.
Yeah.
Okay? Alright? Give me a zero that works.
-2.
-2. So it's going into 1, 0, -3, 0, -4. 1, -2, -2. 4, 1, -2, -2, 4, 0. So -2 is my 0, which means x plus 2 is my factor. So now, f of x can be written as x plus 2 times 1x cubed. Oops, got the brace. Bad x cubed. We'll just start over here. X cubed minus 2x squared plus x minus 2. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Brooke, did you find another 0? 2, right? But instead of putting it back into my original one, I'm going to put it back into my blue one. Now. Okay. Or, my other option is, this blue one, we could have factored it by grouping. Cut it in half, factored out an x squared on the left, factored out a positive 1 on the right. Either way, oops, wrong color. Either way, we get f of x now as my purple x plus 2, my red x minus 2, and now this is x squared plus 1. Can we factor any more? No, because we have a perfect square and a perfect square, but it's not a minus sign. So, yep, that is my factor form. Okay. Now what? Whoa, I don't know what happened there. Got some funkiness going on here. Okay. So then we say roll. Okay, so what do? Subtract 1 first.
Yeah.
Then what? Yep. Did I get that? Because I need 4 of them, right? So all of my zeros are, are plus and minus 2 and plus and minus I. Okay. Sketch of my graph. I go through +2, I go through -2, I have an even degree, right? With a positive lead coefficient. Yes? Question? Clarification?